Hey, I'm Kev Mr. Welcome back to MXGP3. Has Kev Hillman is still leading the championship, but he's not having it all his own way at the moment. Will it continue in Italy? As here we are, looking at this hard pack surface. Look how dried out it is, as you can see. As it's very hilly as well, lots of undulation. Look at this track. It is fantastic ride. We've got some big jumps as well. And mostly it's about catching momentum, or trying to, on this surface. Let's see if the Hammer can do it on his qualifying effort. He's going to the final corner, going very wide. Need to get a mega jump to begin with things off with, but you get mostly these tight corners. But you try and get into a rut, but you're just not going to. On this surface, it'll be very tricky to do. So let's see if we can just follow this rider in front. To go into the first of many hairpins. And this track and going up and down hill as well. Almost running wide there. Oh, that's a good jump, almost off the track though for that, but goes up to 5th. Now into the left-hander. Get past the rider, not quite. He's compromising his line. That's not very good over the mounds. So we go into the right-hander. Still not letting us by. The left-hander. Now into a right. So now we really do go up and downhill. It's a bit like Monte Carlo in the WRC when you have these turns that just hairpin after hairpin after the little straight. And now we've got the big jumps. Some nice mounds going towards the end of the lap. And nicely into the apex of that left-hander for the Hammer. Just one corner to go. You get a good run. You can, 34.9, which is over a second faster than Nagel on the Has Fun, and then KTM 3rd on the 4th. And a Frenchman in 5th, the home hero in 3rd, of course, of Caroli. I think further down the field, you've got a couple of turns near the back on the Honda Husqvarna. And you've got Swede and Axto right at the back. So can Kev Hillman carry this form through into the first race? As here we are looking at the field, getting ready for this first race. You saw the Hammer also can improve sword management, control, and braking ability. You need all of those in this race. As we get underway, gets a decent start as well on the outside. But he's landing and riding on a couple of people as the home gets the whole shot. Oh, the Hammer trying to get through into second where his teammate is. Looks like he has made it through. Into second and no third, down to 5th now. A fantastic start for the Kawasaki, 2nd and 3rd. Oh no, his teammate's gone wide though. That's on the Hammer's shoulders in 3rd. We're good to see he's right up there at the beginning of a race. So to battle his way through the field. Oh, so his teammate down from 19th after a superb start. It's gone Pete Tong. As again another sympathy fall from the Hammer. Down to 13th. As he's taking his own line, and it's like landed on someone. And he's got his teammate right in front of him, it's like. As he battles for 11th. Trying to cut back down the inside. And there is a teammate right in front for top 10. Hammer trying to take the outside line. Does it well, and then gets into one of the bells on the outside. What a horror race for Kawasaki. There's his teammate in 20th. Here's the Hammer in last. After a superb start. Gets back into the points though immediately. Trying to get past Snow. Gets a fantastic run over the mountains at the end there. And now heading into the final corner. Oh, he's down. He's hit the whole shot sign. What is going on this race? He's going to the second lap. Crazy crashes for the Hammer. Really is not liking this hard packed surface. Or liking any of the scenery or anything on this circuit, as he's run into almost everything in this race already. Trying to use that rear brake to get a bite round in the hairpin. Not really working, but he's getting out to the end of the field. He's got a teammate still just in 20th. Not a good race for Kawasaki. Sama tries to get back into 21st. Muscles his way by. Oh, his teammate's now 19th. And we're in 20th. Team formation, just where Kawasaki want them to be. Goes up the hill, taking that wide line. Finding that's the best. Look at all the mud and gravel being thrown up. As he does get into 19th now. Good set of mounds. Looking to the inside for 17th. He makes it stick. He'll even get 15th. As he's not going into the whole shot sign this time. Runs right in the corner though. But up to 16th for the Hammer. Onto the third lap. Having another battle through the field. Being very aggressive with riders. You can't really help it on this service sometimes. If you just outbrake yourself, you will be sailing wide. So up into 13th, then gets forced wide down to 14th. Down to 15th. Taking some adventurous lines this race, but he's just about holding on to the bike. Just about holding on to a good finishing position as well. Top 10. That would be. You can see it right in front. As he gets into 12th. Looking to the inside for 11th. Has he got any exit? He has. And into the final. Those hairpins. Oh, he's getting pushed wide in the right hand and he's down. Just got pushed wide. There's nothing he could do. Once getting out of the groove, that's what's going to happen. There's always teammates down. So is the Belgian from 6th. And oh, there goes someone down from 19th. As you would expect this race, lots of falls as he head on to the penultimate lap of it. The Hammer's got lots of work to do. Once again, still aiming for a top 10 maybe from this race. That's just about it. Don't think he could do much better than that. Now, after that second fall being pushed wide into the scene, now landing on people. He goes down the hill. Trying to chase his teammate down. Using 17th. He tries to make it 3 wide. And it works up into 15th. And there's a top 10 already right in front. Got a good row of riders here. Can his former teammate, he just punts out? Hammer. Not being very friendly at all. Obviously not happy at being beaten in the last race. To the overall by him. Still. As now he's just pushing Yashvano around. Back up into 13th. Will he be pushed wide into this right-hander? Not this time. Just about holds on as well into that first jump. You go over the mounds. Good set of mounds. Has caught up a lot. On 12th and 11th are battling hard. He's gone to the final lap. The Hammer in 12th. You can see a top 10 right in front. That's a pretty good lap as well. No mistakes for once. As he does get into 11th. How can he get into the top 10? And how far into the top 10 can he get? And it's a damage limitation race. Seems to be having one of those every round now. One race where it goes poorly, one race where it goes well. Well, hopefully this is just the poorly one. As he finally gets that section right. Looking to the inside for 10th, which will come the outside for the hairpin. But he's made it work. Getting past Nagel for 9th. Just about holding on to the bike as well. He's now got a Honda in front. Just goes into the right. Trying to push that on the ride, is he? Trying to hold the outside line of the Russian. Oh, and he's down. Once again. As he's down to 11th. Top 10 right in front. Nagel having a horrible run over the mounds. As the Italian wins on home turf. And the crowd go wild. As Alex Snow crashes for 19th. Into the final corner. It is 9th for the Hammer. Another adventurous outing. Well, these solid points. At least he's getting top 10s when he has these horrible races. Has Townley gets a top 5 on the Suzuki. Great stuff. With the Frenchman rounding out the podium in 2nd and 3rd on the Honda and Yamaha. Then KTM with Goldenhoff in 4th. Then the Belgian 6th and 7th for the Yamaha and Suzuki. There's the Russian in 8th on the Honda. And then the Strada rounds out the top 10 on the Yamaha. Nagel in 11th. So let's see if the Hammer could do much better in the second race. And if the Italian Caroli can get an overall and get 2 wins. As he improves his braking formation and control. As there we are, strapped in for the second race. Hope it won't be as adventurous as the first one, but you never know. So as finally gets the TV time. Hammer revs up the engine. Leans forward. And gets it into first gear. Gets a decent start. He's on the outside. He's landed on someone as Coroni gets the whole shot. And the Hammer's going to shuffle out in 12th in it. It's like around the edges of the top 10. And next to the inside for the top 5. He's battling with his teammate. He's got the inside line. Hammer had the outside. Looks like he's getting 3rd. Or is it Nagel, the German? Back with a vengeance after that opening race. Now we're going for the inside the line. A rut in the middle, helping turn that bike round. The wheel to wheel with the German. He's up into 3rd. He's got 2nd in front, and then he's got the Italian leading, I think. I don't want to overtake him. As I can't imagine he'd be able to get out of here if the home fans meet him. But I mean, might not be much left of the Hammer after the race. So he runs a bit wide in 4th. Doesn't seem like he has the ultimate pace round in the race. Did in qualifying, of course, but in the race, different matter. So one of the Italians is down from 17th. We go over the mounts, and I'll go having another horrible time over them. So up into 3rd. Goes into the left. Good groove there. Not very hard to miss. So the Italian down again from 22nd and last. Samad has a horrible final corner. Across the line in 3rd. Let's see if we can make inroads on the top 2. Ever take that tighter line. That's that left hand. That's pretty impressive. Oh, Goldenhoff crashes. Oh, the Dutchman. Thinking he's having a sterling race for once. Now he's eating Bayer. So the big question left for the Hammer is, can he grab the victory? Can he catch 1st place? Let's say if it's the Italian, he probably won't want to. For his life's sake. But we'll see. That's a bit slow into the hairpin. A good set of mounds. There seems to be the Hammer's saving grace around it. Oh, he's down though. Koldenhoff is down again as well from 6th. Just not the Dutchman's race after a superb opening that. Lucas Hammer over the jump. He's going to do another good set of mounds, really gain into the leader. That's nicely done. Now into the left. Good rut in the middle of that corner, which really does help steer the bike round. Fortunately, you don't have that in the final corner. As that was a bit scruffy. Virtually 36 dead achieved by the Hammer. Going on to the third of that. Still thinking championship wise, this is a very good result. So he's not dominating the championship now. He's definitely racking up the results, is the Hammer. That doesn't help though. Reverse. As he's now down to 6th. Now he'll be looking to grab back 2nd place for the rest of the race. After that mistake. Maybe he's having 2 poor races here nearly for the first time this season, having 2 poor races. You can see there's a bit of a line for 3rd. But he's behind his teammate, it looks like. And the Kawasaki. It is. Dives down the inside for 5th. The Hammer letting him know that he is the team leader. Oh, and then gets him back in the next hairpin. There we go. That's a bit better through that right-hander. Sticking in a groove, using a bit of the throttle to steer the rear of the bike as well. Get it around that corner. Up to 5th for the Hammers. Oh, the other teammates down from 15th. Up to 4th now. Stretch the final corner, being pushed wide as the Hammer. As he got into the penultimate lap. First of all, been just grabbed back that 4th place. Barges by. Now he's got the outside line. Into the left. There's still wheel to wheel. Rear wheel to helmet as well. He does grab back 4th. Now to grab back a podium place. As you can see, 3rd not far from 2nd either. Neither way away. Look at that. Already over the mounds while we're just going towards the hairpin. Well, the Hammer's definitely gaining though. Down the inside, 4th, 3rd. It's back on the podium. No, that was a very brief experience. Looking to the inside. It's got it. Cut off the rider's line as well. Pull in, I think that is. A pull in. Frenchman. Now to grab back 2nd. It goes into the left. Using that groove again. Really knows how to take that penultimate corner. There's Tommy Searle down from 17th to Britt. Sam virtually side by side for 2nd, going on to the final lap. And he takes it. Now can he just hold it? Because I don't see he's going to be grabbing the victory today. First race, first round where he hasn't taken a victory in either race this season. That's why couldn't he just done that a couple of laps ago? Otherwise he would be challenging for the victory. As well, once again stuck on the back wheel, but just about manages to keep it together. As he goes into the hairpin. Good groove in the middle there now. Helps steer the bike round, as you saw. A little bit out of the groove though. Going into the tight left-hander. Once again, leaning on the back wheel of the Hammer. We've got to work on weight balance maybe around these hard pack tracks. You see a couple of times going through the corners, just leaning too much on the rear. That's what caused the crash earlier. Going over the mound, you can see the leader, he's gaining. Fortunately, too little, too late. As they're going into the final corner and about to cross the line. As Kolenov, of course, against how he ends by crashing. But second place for the Hammer, as the Italian does achieve the double, and then overall, fantastic. With Nagel rounding out the podium ahead of the Frenchman on the Honda. Then we got the other Honda in 5th, the Hammer's teammate in 6th, and the Russian in 7th, Van Horbeck in 8th. We got Swiswad in 9th, and Hasvana around out the top 10. Good finish. Alex Snow in 14th. Just behind, he was 2nd place, the Frenchman on the Hammer, down in 13th. Koldenoff in 16th, Towney in 15th. And there's the other teammate down in 20th, grabbing the final point ahead of Tommy Searle. So overall, the Frenchman is in 2nd ahead of the Hammer, but it is the Italian taking the plaudits on home turf. 2 victories, 50 points the maximum. With Nagel in 4th, then you've got Van Horbeck in 5th. Frenchman down in 6th after that poor second race. And then you can further bay got holding off rounding out the top 10. And there are teammates in 13th and 19th for the Hammer. Tommy Searle in 21st. So Hammer leads the championship by 61 points ahead of the Italian now, up to 2nd, 7 points ahead of Ferb. Then you've got Nagel in 4th, then you've got Geyser in 5th, then you've got Paulin in 6th, and then you've got Desady in 7th, you've got Swissride in 8th, and then you've got Kolenov in 9th, and Van Horbeck ran out the top 10 ahead of his fellow Belgium by 6 points. Tommy Searle in 14th, and Alex Stowe at the back, 3 points behind the Swede. As once again didn't shave the race to jet 2 points wise, but beat the Ryder Challenge did. The Hammer, as his braking form and control almost up to 84. So a bit of a mixed bag on the hard pack surface for the Hammer, as he didn't win a race for the first time this season at a round. But can he remedy that in Spain round some intermediate ground? Once again, a very tight and twisty track, which does open up with a couple jumps as well. Find out next time. So for watching, I'll see you then.